Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on Saturday, May 5th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. I feel like, so yesterday was really strange because, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, the plan was that I had work that needed to be done late into the evening, and so I didn't go in at the normal time with the expectation that I was going to go in the afternoon and then work through the evening. But then I had to keep checking my email over the course of the morning because there was these ongoing conversations about, well, whether we were going to be able to do it at the same right time or not. And then it ended up getting delayed until Sunday. And so I ended up just not going into work at all on Friday, and I'm going to go in on Sunday instead, which I don't mind so much, really. It's difficult to not be able to plan, um, but it just made yesterday feel like this really strange. You know, when we say that a day feels like a Wednesday or feels like a Friday or whatever, yesterday felt yesterday's feel was all over the place because I didn't go to work, but I also was kind of paying attention to work, and I thought I was going to have to go to work, but then didn't, and now I'm going to go to work. So it kind of just shifted my weekend a day earlier, except that yesterday I still had to spend half of it paying attention to whether or not it was going to be. I'm not really complaining so much as just to say that it felt weird. Anyway, um, that was my yesterday, and so today I am at my leisure. Tomorrow I'm going to be going into work to to do stuff that has to happen at specific times based on another group's 24-hour schedule. So you know I'm pretty lucky that most of the time my work hours are predictable, but sometimes I have specific things that need to happen at certain times. So let me think. One of the things that I wanted to talk about a little bit today was the new season of Archer has had 2 episodes now, and it's Archer Danger Island. And just like last season, this is another one where they have sort of taken a new adjacent genre for the story. I believe that just like last season, the premise is that Archer was in a coma, and so this is like his dream. That's what last season was, and it seems like they're doing that again. This one with a different season, different setting. This danger island where there's lots of seaplanes and islands and jungle and all of that sort of thing. And it's actually kind of interesting just because it's adjacent to one of the work in progress novels that I've got going. Ultimately, it's not so similar that I'm worried about it in any regard. But it's just it's kind of actually pleasing in that sense that it's like, oh, hey, I like these things, and I like that it's kind of looking to take in some of that. We'll have to see though, because there's been hints that there's cannibals in it, which is a touchy subject from a you know I was going to say politically correct, but that term is so loaded anymore. But I guess I just mean that we'll see if the show is able to approach that from a sensitive frame of mind. Um, but we'll see. That hasn't come up yet. Archer in the past, I think, has been a show that walks an interesting line in the sense that it, like many other comedy shows, it can kind of do that whole thing where it's walking up the edge of things that are offensive, but it has, I think, generally speaking, a pretty good sensibility behind it of not punching down, so to speak. Generally. That's how I think of it anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if someone had examples for me to the contrary, but I can't think of them at the moment. Anyway, today I am going to go ahead and get ready and everything, and this afternoon we're going to play more Curse of Strahd D&D. I'll be streaming that on Twitch later today at 1 p.m. and I'm excited for that because we're getting close to the end of that campaign, I think. And what else? Yeah, and I think in the evening I may go in for a second viewing of Infinity War. I haven't fully decided. We'll see how much I feel like leaving the house. Anyway, I'll go ahead and leave it there for today and talk to you tomorrow, where I'll be continuing my rewatch of Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. Only 2 episodes left. And I'll talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.